What do we have here? Okay, I really hope my mic wasn't actually muted this whole time. Alright.
No problem. Allow me to ensure this visit of ours won't be in vain.
Can I edit the stream? Should be able to, because I forgot to add. Alright. Should be good now. Let's continue.
The dell is also nothing more than a figment of the Red Empress's dream, and this time it's time to wake up.
Indeed, that is the case. Oh, we're right here. Straight into the tower. The real Anaporsis. Keep moving ahead. Is this where we fought the fake Narzissenkreuz? There it is.
Why couldn't you just leave us here in peace? Marianne! We should be able to help you this time. Please, let us in. No, I don't need your help. Please, leave. I'm begging you. Princess Lyris, your story should have you living happily ever after. I won't give up.
The barrier is composed of an extremely hard and resistant will, but the Holy Blade is in your hands now, Deadwood.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the Holy Blade should be able to cut through any will that comes from water.
Correct. Level 1. I've got it. Sorry, Marianne. Just bear with us.
Don't come back here again. It's warm here. I like it that way. Don't come to me with your expressions, with that determined look on your face. Just leave me alone until the consciousness that keeps this form together fades away. No one needs saving, and that's great. Just let me decay here on my own, until everything is broken down, until nothing more than a puddle of dirty water is left. Please stop, I'm begging you, stay away, this is our Anaporsis.
Well. And there it goes. Teleport waypoint unlocked.
Why are you doing this? Is the truth really that important? What's wrong with forever dwelling on the dreams of the past?
It may be that the truth isn't that important, but the future is. Indeed, even if you all regard me as a villain, I have never once given up on the future.
Wait, you're...
That is correct. I am Narzissenkreuz.
Reem!
Yes, I am Reem. This is who I am now. I am most pleased to see you both, as well as Anne. Your present state could be said to be something beyond human, or oceanid, a state of transcendence. As human is to ape, so is superhuman to human. You are now the meaning of Fontaine itself. What?
Is this really a good time to be saying this sort of stuff? You don't think about anyone else's feelings, do you, Narzissenkreuz?
My apologies. I am responsible for the circumstances that led you all here.
It's okay. I've already forgiven him, Marianne. Please look at this. This is...
a photo.
This is the eternity I've always longed to protect. Rain.
Yes?
I can't forgive Narzissenkreuz just yet, but Rain is a different story. The Narzissenkreuz Institute was our home. Why did things turn out this way?
It was likely doomed to be thus from the moment Elaine had us act out the story of the hero Narzissenkreuz and the evil dragon over and over. I too miss the way things used to be, but Narzissenkreuz was born out of the delusion of salvation, and what a protracted dream that was. But I was roused from that dream. Now it is your turn.
It's not a contradiction to accept your past as well as how you live your life going forward. That's what Caterpillar told me. The apocalypse has been stopped, and the future is full of possibilities. The future holds more for you than just pain. This, I promise you.
If you cannot not accept yourself, you could allow Anne to merge with you. Then, use the Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz to separate the personas of Lyris and young Marianne.
That won't be necessary. I'm willing to accept the past. A little hero Anne's adventures is hers alone. I will live on as myself and see what the world you risked everything to save is like, Reen. Huh? The Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz is...
I see. Your will has been conveyed, Marianne. The Holy Blade's purpose has been fulfilled, and its significance in the story has ended.
Papa doesn't totally get it, but does that mean that the Traveler won't be able to use that cool title anymore?
Fine by me. Let us return to the original topic. You said that you'd like to see the outside, but this is now Guillotine's world. I doubt there will be much to see. However, if you can still bring yourself to like it, that would be ideal.
And, Reen, shall we travel together? Absolutely.
As for me, regrettably, you must allow me to decline. There is still something I must do.
Oh, okay. In that case, don't forget to give me your address. I'll write to you about what Anne and I encounter on our journey. Just like when you and Jacob would tell me about what you saw in Sumeru. Except I'm afraid our journey will have to wait a teeny bit longer. Caterpillar did say that we would have a reunion or something.
That's right. He should be here soon. Let's wait a little longer for him, shall we?
Alrighty, you two. Let's take this opportunity to talk to Marianne and David.
Okay.
Perhaps I should have proposed a toast to who were once human. Though I don't think any of us could imbibe the way we are now.
Was there anything that could not be said before we set off?
I'm just giving you a chance. It may not have been a good time for you to say some things back there.
You could tell? Well, it cannot be helped. I have expended too much of my power. I shall not remain able to maintain myself for long.
But why? We worked hard to...
But before I disappear, tell me what you've learned over these last few centuries. I'd like to know what sort of dreams you had.
Until I met Knight Dedvid and Paimon, I was always searching for Princess Lyris. Even after learning the truth, that I was just a character in someone's dream, I have no regrets. That's because I've already completed the best and greatest adventure of all. Perhaps my reward is being able to turn my dreams into reality. I was just going back and forth between prison books, occasionally dreaming about parts of my previous life. There were times when I wondered whether the butterfly became me or I became the butterfly. But once I awoke, I would realize that I was only a caterpillar. The butterfly is also me, but whether it's the future or past me is hard to say.
Dreams, magic, memories, esotericism, all that I once held dear now seems worthless to me. During the first 10 years, I focused all my power on preventing the dissipation of my will. During the years that followed, I used that potent will to construct a universe within myself to resist my coming fate. This is how I held on. I suppose it's the same for you. To build a beautiful dream out of the ruins of what was once our home, that is an incredible thing. Marianne was right. It's warm here.
Yes, I know.
I grow weary. Anne, please leave me here. Farewell. He never did change his name back to Rain, did he? What if life is just a dream?
Oh, so this is where the adventure we and Anne had come from. No wonder everything was so chaotic. It wasn't finished.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out an ending out. At that point, everything had fallen apart. But the more such things happen, the more we want a simple, happy ending.
You know, sometimes you say I, and sometimes you say we. Are you really Marianne, or are you Laris, the oceanid that are always talking about?
I don't know. Well, not that it matters anymore.
Anne, Caterpillar, you're back! Where's Reen?
He was a bit tired, so he went to rest.
Well, Pam hopes he turns over a new leaf and stops causing trouble.
Seymour, you can come over now. Understood. Is he weak or something? He's going pretty slowly. Miss Marianne! Miss Marianne! Your new hair and eye colours are simply dazzling.
Honestly, you silly dog. Is that all you can say?
My language centers is unable to express the information I am processing.
I know, you're the same as ever. Sorry I missed you so much.
Oh, sorry, I missed you so much.
Right, so things happened, huh? Then there's Jacob.
Mr. Dedvid and Miss Paimon's description largely fits with the facts, but one thing must be added. My power output during combat has been far below expectations. This is because over 30% of my components were damaged during the battle at Elinus, and have not been maintained since. I hope you will consider this when evaluating my performance, and will not choose to scrap me.
Of course not. You have always been strong and brave. You are much more resilient than we are, Seymour.
Indeed, my designer, Elaine Guillotine, is Fontaine's leading engineer, and the components I am made of represent the best of the nation's material, science, and craftsmanship. You're most formidable, Seymour. Thank you for your accurate assessment.
But that's not what I was trying to say!
What are your next orders, Miss Marianne?
You may decide, Marianne. As far as Seymour is concerned, I am just Anne.
Seymour,
what would you like to do?
My primary directive is to accompany and protect you, Miss Marianne, on behalf of Elaine Guillotine.
Are you silly? Those are my brothers. Elaine's instructions. I'm asking you what you want to do.
I once promised Miss Mimir that once I found my mistress, I would return to her coordinates and thank her.
And that was correct of you, good dog. Marianne, do you remember what you once said to me?
Yes.
Seymour and I hope you can become the master of your own fate. That in the future you will do what you want to do, and what you think is right.
Miss Marianne, do I understand this correctly? Are you saying that my previously received orders should be regarded as null and void? Yes. So let me ask you again, Seymour. What do you want to do? I wish to remain by your side, Miss Marianne, but I also wish to accompany Miss Mimir. However, I calculate that the spatial requirements of those two wishes are incompatible.
Perhaps not.
We'll be taking a trip to explore this world, and Miss Mimir is an artist, isn't she? Then let our journeys coincide. We will leave our footprints in the deserts, in the forests, and in the snowfields, in the lost ancient city of Yus, and in Arcadia, and in golden Hyperborea. We will enjoy the sights we see and the stories we write together. What do you think, Seymour? I find that's a very reasonable suggestion, Miss Miriam, but I will need to ask Miss Mimir for consent. Yes, of course. Let us agree to meet here. In any case, I'm eager to meet this artist who's kept you company for so long. Coordinates entered. So next...
David, Paimon, and Caterpillar. You were the bravest and strongest of all. Thank you so much.
Wait, so I'm no longer a knight?
That story is over. As for me, for us, you, and you are now, are the realest and most important of all. And not just in the story, you play the role of the knight. Just like the Holy Blade in the story became a new sword when its mission was complete, so too will the knight return, as a new person.
Ah! Paimon can't decide if you're praising or criticizing David here.
It's praise, of course.
You have written an end to an finishable story, and you have brought us a new tale.
We will never forget this.
Oh, come on, there's no need to be so polite.
I've also gained a lot from being able to play my role in this tale. I hope you have a wonderful trip.
Yes, and I'm confident I will meet again in the future.
Then, it is time for me to return to Miss Mimir's coordinates.
We can come too! Caterpillar, come with us, would you?
Caterpillar, let's see this through to the end. Very well, I will accompany you.
Oh, we got the sword!
Wait, gameplay notes? The sword in Narzissenkreuz, your destiny has come to a conclusion, but the power still remains in the Holy Blade. In the font brimming with magical power, within the Anapausis can change the sword's alignment between Yamona and Oasia. Oh, okay. Is that like a gadget now? Or is it an actual sword? It's an actual sword. That's pretty cool. Attack set, base stat. When equipping the character, dealing 160% of attack as damage. That's pretty cool.
Where would you most like to go right now, Marianne? Well, I've remained far too long in that imaginary past world. The world must have changed a lot after hundreds of years. I want to see this world beyond the glass wall. I want to experience new stories. Are you afraid, Marianne? I know stories in the end, but I find it difficult to imagine that everything would end like this. From the moment I was born, the Narzissenkreuz kingdom was everything to me. I understand that you're feeling more uneasy than I am. You were born for this story, but from onward you must start your own story. And story. But I must slowly step away from the looming shadow of my past. Neither Lyris's memories nor Marianne Guillotine's represent who I am now. We have a long path ahead of us, Anne. But I know you'll be alright. If you find yourself feeling afraid, we can come back here. Even if only ruins remain, a seed that drifts here will bloom. So long as we remain, we can always rebuild a new home.
Okay, now back to Marussia Village. I've forgotten what voice I used for Mimir. And Melazines in general, I guess. Comp was something, don't know if it'll be the right one though.
David, and Paimon, and Seymour! You knew to come back?
Ah,
is it just Paimon? Or do you sound a little angry, Mimir?
Yes, even without David and Paimon's help, my positioning and navigational modules would have allowed me to return.
Incredible! Wait, so you were just surprised? Well, I knew you wouldn't disappear with the token that symbolizes my life and birth. I also knew that David and Paimon would be sure to bring you back.
Returning to your side is what I want to do. It is not a concept I fully understand, but logic prompts me to do this. I believe this is correct.
That's kind of complicated, and I can't say I understand, but never mind, it's just good that you're back. Oh, and this is...
Hello, don't worry about me. I'm just along for the ride.
Is that so? Well, you're a fascinating colour, and regardless, I'm delighted to see Seymour. I haven't heard from my father since the message David passed on, and then Seymour left. It was difficult for me.
Oh, it looks like Mimir doesn't know what happened while you were in a daze.
Everyone in Marussia village helped me during that time. That's what made me realize what father meant. Oh yes, I've been learning a lot of new style of painting while I was with them.
Is it even more novel than before?
I think it'll be easier to understand. Even the Melusines of Marussia village can tell when I'm painting now, rather than just saying, "Oh, how lovely."
Wow! Paimon can't wait to see your priceless masterpieces. Oh, and speaking of paintings, Marianne mentioned something.
Seymour explains the idea of a joint trip.
Really? That sounds wonderful. Let's set off now then, on our round-the-world trip of artistic creation. Yes, let's go. Now, this instant. I'll pack up my art supplies and clothes. You just sit tight and wait for me, alright?
Yes, Miss Mimir. Well, that was easy to convince. Okay.
Whoa! You sure are springing into action.
Of course I mean, if you don't act, your dreams will never come true, right? Paints.
While we wait, let me express my gratitude to you, Mr. David, Miss Paimon, and Mr. Caterpillar. This is based on my own judgment, and what, as Miss Marianne says, I want to do. With your help, I have finally been able to complete my task. However, I still do not understand what it means to become the master of my own fate. Fate, you see, is a concept humans create to help them understand things. It is not real.
Whoa! Paimon doesn't know how to explain this now.
Didn't they tell you? Just do what you want to do. If you always do what you want to do, you will become the master of your own fate.
I see. And what I want to do now is to sit here and wait for Miss Mimir.
Okay, in that case, Paimon wishes you all a good trip.
Thanks, Paimon. Paintings to give them, paintings to give.
Be a good dog and look after Mimir, alright? I will. It is what I want to do.
Yay.
You and Caterpillar arrive outside Marussia village. Marussia village? Marussia? I don't know, one of them. So, the tale of Narzissenkreuz has ended. It is time for me to follow on my own path.
Where will you go, Caterpillar?
That is a good question, Paimon. And since the beginning of time, only the most determined and resilient of people have found their answers.
There you go again.
I jest. For now, the only thing I can be sure of is that I still owe Lanois half a story. But I don't know how it ends yet. There's a lot to consider. I don't know where I'll go, but there are a few things I need to find.
Is that so?
So goodbye, David, and farewell, Paimon. Meeting you both has been the most fortunate thing to happen in this life of mine. Goodbye, Caterpillar.
Yeah, take care, Caterpillar. Don't let anyone find out who you really are. That'd be a pain.
The Hilichurl smiles before turning to leave. In the wake of Narzissenkreuz, Act 4 complete. And there it is. The Narzissenkreuz adventure has ended.